Good morning, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us here on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree, coming to you from the KXAN Live studio. We go live now to Austin City Hall, where a news conference is just beginning, talking about the start of South by Southwest, the official kickoff of spring festival season. Safety will be the main topic today, but let's listen in as that news conference gets underway here in Austin.
It doesn't get much more exciting than to be in Austin, Texas, the second week in March. South by Southwest beginning again as it has for so long, and all of us gathered together in person. This is what Austin is all about. This is an event that really centers the culture and the ethos of what is Austin, Texas. And to much of the world, South by is for them what Austin is. It is their door into our city and into our community and our people. For the next 2 weeks, South by Southwest is the pulsing heart of Austin, Texas. It is the pulse of the music, of the ideas, of the creativity, of the art, of the innovation, of the entrepreneurship. This is a really important city. It was heartbreaking and perhaps the most difficult decision that I had as mayor 2 years ago to cancel South by Southwest. That prospect was unforeseen and unimaginable at the time. The impact on our community, on our small businesses, on our restaurants, on our hospitality industry, the impact we knew canceling this event would have would be far-reaching, and little did we know the full extent of the impact of this virus. When we canceled South by Southwest in early March, first week of March in 2020, ours, I think, was perhaps the first big event to get pulled down as part of the pandemic. Within 10 days, it was something that was the norm as cities followed our lead and did this same kind of thing across the country. It is only fitting that we really open back up this city in a grand way with South by Southwest. South by Southwest is where good ideas go to be real. South by Southwest is the World's Fair of good ideas. Real exciting to have this event, real exciting when you look at the lineup of people that are coming. We have a program, a Mayor's Track Civic I.O. that's bringing in, 25 mayors from around the country participating on panels, but making sure we take back to municipalities the good ideas to help solve social concerns in all of our cities. My good friend, the Secretary of Transportation, will be arriving here on the 16th. And my hope is that while he's here to speak on a panel, we can get him out to see some of the Project Connect locations where he can vision with us what it means to cap I-35, and as he moves in and out of an airport that is presently under a project to double its size. Exciting to have South by Southwest open again. This is who we are. Manager, Judge.
All right, so this is what my face looks like. All right, good morning. I'm Travis County Judge Andy Brown, and just very excited to be here today, announcing that we are going to have South by Southwest. As the mayor noted 2 years ago, yesterday, I think my predecessor and the mayor and others made that hard decision to cancel it, and I'm so excited that hopefully I'll be able to go to it today. We've got the Health and Human Services Secretary coming. More importantly, Dolly Parton and Lizzo are coming. I'm currently trying to get Dolly Parton and Lizzo to understand why they should stop by 700 Lavaca and say hi, but nothing so far. So this weekend I participated in the It's My Park Day with my daughter and my son and my wife. That would be my whole family. And we helped spread mulch and pick up trash in our park by our house. And we did it without masks, and that was really a wonderful feeling. And we really were able to build community with our neighbors in a way that we haven't been able to do this whole time. Our collective efforts of the city, the county, everybody in this region have led us to this point where things are a little bit better with COVID right now. It's because we have all gotten vaccinated, we wore masks when we needed to, and as a result, we have frankly, a lower death rate here in Travis County than any other county that I've seen in Texas, and much lower than the rate statewide. So I just want to thank everybody for all the hard work and collective sacrifice over the past few years. We've missed birthdays, we've rescheduled weddings and stayed home from going to church and other gatherings. And we did this to keep everybody safe. So now we're very eager to enjoy the festivities, enjoy going to local businesses, trying to get a table while everybody is here from South by at local restaurants. And we're super eager to celebrate the artists and the venues that make the spring festival season fun. And everybody here today wants you to do that. And they want us all to continue doing our part to keep the community safe. And as a lot of you know, the CDC updated their guidelines, and that's really exciting news for all of us. But to help ensure that we can keep our COVID numbers low throughout the summer and as low for as long as possible, we're asking that locals and visitors alike get vaccinated, get boosted, and wear masks while participating in the indoor festival portions until the end of this month, following the handy chart that Dr. Walks and APH have put together. So that's sort of the guide that we're asking people to follow. Our community serves as the regional hub for Central Texas hospitals, for the Central Texas hospital system. And we want to be able to host in-person events while also maintaining our community's healthcare resources. More than 70% of the Austin-Travis County community has been vaccinated, and that helps a ton. And so we're asking folks to wear a mask for 2 more weeks under the guidance of Dr. Walks, and also, most importantly, get vaccinated and boosted. Today marks the beginning of our path forward, living with the virus while also being able to gather and celebrate the experiences and culture that make our community special is what this is all about. So let's take care of each other and be safe, and I'll turn it over to City Manager Cronk. Thank you.
Well, today is really a great day, and I am humbled every day by the diligence, hard work, and sacrifice our community has done to keep each other safe. Over the last 2 years, we have seen the creative sector and special events industry adapt and modify operations to stream online content, to move outdoors, and innovate in ways that only strong, nimble small businesses can. Austin has been a leader in supporting the experience sector industry, working diligently to get events, venues, artists, and arts-based businesses back open and on the road to recovery. We've seen the industry support each other by connecting their voices and forming new organizations like the National Independent Venue Alliance and reopening every venue safely. Collectively, these groups organize to collaborate and raise awareness about the importance of our creative sector and what it needed to survive and thrive. And the City of Austin led the way and responded by dispersing over $26 million to the creative sector recovery. I'm incredibly proud of the departments who represent the Austin Center for Events. They have worked tirelessly alongside event organizers to navigate the constantly changing landscape of our pandemic. I know it's incredibly difficult to plan an event 6 months or a year ahead when you don't even know what the COVID numbers will be like in a week. So to the Austin Center for Events staff, thank you for trying to provide as much assurance and guidance to our community as you could. Thank you also to the event community and our dedicated event partners, including South by Southwest, for your patience, understanding, and support. We are so happy to be here, to welcome you back, and to have a safe spring festival season. I think we're now going to pause and happy to take questions for the mayor, the judge, or myself.
I'll go ahead and start off. We first just wanted to know what attendance is expected to be, especially compared to 2019. Is it not going to be as high as it was back then? What's attendance expected to be?
So I guess a question probably for the South by.
Yeah, and at the next portion of this press conference, we will have representatives, including from South by, who might be better able to answer that question.
Okay, great. I guess this would be more of a question for you guys then. What is the city doing to prepare for the increase in Xylazine overdoses that we saw last week? Is the city stocking up on Narcan? What's the city doing to make sure that that doesn't become a bigger problem during South by?
Absolutely. These are obviously concerning events that have happened in recent days, but it's also important that we are collaborating across our community. And so at the next section of this conference, you'll be hearing from our mayor, from our public health officials, from others that are really engaged in the community to keep each other safe, and what efforts that we'll be doing specific to this event.
Pretty much no South by Southwest. Yeah. So economically, what impact has that had in terms of dollars and in terms of exposure for the city? How have you all been able to quantify it?
Yeah, it has been hard to quantify. You know, we are still looking at some of the ways in which the entire pandemic has impacted our economy. We are fortunate to be in a community where we have recovered much more robustly than many other places across the country. So having the cancellation of events like South by certainly take its toll, but again, we have been able to see that through this pandemic and the way that it's hit our economy in much more significant ways than other places in the community. Do you want to speak to that, Mayor, please?
It's important to note that the economic benefit to Austin and South by Southwest is roughly the equivalent of having a Super Bowl in a city. And you know how competitive it is to get a Super Bowl in your city. We have a Super Bowl every year that South by is here. And it's like canceling that event for the last 2 years. It's been hard. And you can talk to the organizers. It's been hard for them to be able to hold on to the event. And last year's event, which had a virtual component to it, doesn't compare with an event where you can sit down in a club and listen to music. So as the manager said, it's taken a lot of assistance and help to carry forward and to help bring along the hospitality and entertainment and artists in our community. But just like our city being so strong goes into these things, one of the last cities, we're also one of the first cities and counties to come out. It's been devastating, but we're sure happy to have it back now.
Great. Well, thanks, everyone. We'll take a short break and then reconvene to hear from those departments about all the operational initiatives in order to maintain public safety for the SEP Festival. With that, I'll turn it back to Sarah Henry. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you guys.
Thanks for sticking with us here on KXAN Live, everybody. Will Dupree once again in the KXAN Live studio. We are expected to hear from a number of other officials here locally in just a moment. That includes the Chief of Police, Joseph Chacon, as well as the Austin Public Health Authority, Dr. Desmar Walks, among other officials. They're going to be talking about some other aspects of South by Southwest, beginning again in person here in Austin. Friday is the official kickoff date for South by Southwest return. Of course, you'll remember back in 2020, South by Southwest was canceled outright because of the arrival of the COVID-19 pandemic locally. And now with things improving with those conditions, we're seeing the festival return to in-person events largely across the entire city. And we are preparing for that more details about what are some of the free events coming up, as well as what has been scheduled out with some of these speakers and keynotes that are coming. That's all available on KXAN.com. We have lots and lots of links. If you search by South by Southwest or SXSW on our website, you can find all those resources that we put out there and the reporting that we've done so far about not only the health protocols, but what are the big events coming apart of this festival returning to our community. So just in a moment, we will bring you more speakers related to the start of this festival. We'll have that coming up in just a moment, so please just stay with us for a little while longer. I want to point out as well that South by Southwest is beginning. The official start on Friday is coming a week after Austin Public Health announced that we will be going back to stage 2 of the risk-based guidelines. That's because conditions are improving with the COVID-19 pandemic, not just related to case numbers, but also to lower hospitalization rates. And we have more details about that on our website too. So we'll be back in just a moment with other speakers from the city of Austin and Travis County.
Are we ready? Let's see. Okay, let's kick this back off. We are joined today to get into some details about the safety measures for public safety that will be in place throughout Spring Festival season. So we're going to hear from the following folks. Our Consumer Services Manager with Austin Center for Events, Bryden Summers, followed by Public Health Authority Dr. Desmar Walks, Police Chief Joseph Chacon, Robert Spiller, the Director of Austin Transportation, and Ms. Dottie Watkins, the Deputy CEO of CAT Metro. We're also joined by several representatives from our partner agencies who will be available to answer questions as well. And with that, I'll turn it over to Bryden Summers.
Good morning. I'm Bryden Summers, Consumer Services Manager with the Development Services Department with the Austin Center for Events. Beginning January 2021, Austin Center for Events moved into the Development Services Department, where I'm pleased to support the administrative processes for Austin Center for Events with my colleague, William Mano. ACE is a partnership of multiple city departments, including several departments here today. Some of them include Austin Public Health, the Police Department, Austin Transportation Department, Austin Resource Recovery, Parks and Recreation Department, Austin Travis County Emergency Medical Services, Fire Department, Code Department, and Homeland and Security Management. Additionally, when welcoming large citywide events like South by Southwest, ACE works closely with agencies such as Capital Metro, Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission, and Austin Bergstrom International Airport. ACE also coordinates closely with event organizers like South by Southwest, and over the last year, ACE focused on working with event organizers to navigate the challenges of the pandemic. We've worked with cities across the country to benchmark solutions aimed at following for safe mass gatherings. In fact, ACE departments collaborated with event organizers to develop the Bringing Events Back, a safety guide for venues to perform that safely. All ACE departments are focused on public health and safety during events. Our team has worked with event organizers for months so that people can safely gather and enjoy the festival. During the festival, we will also activate the Public Assembly Code Enforcement Teams. These PACE teams will navigate the city, performing inspections to ensure plans submitted comply with approved safety standards. We've permitted a total of 106 Spring Festival season events, which is a decrease from 2020. These details, along with maps, links to mobility resources, and more festival details can be found at austintexas.gov/SpringFestivalATX. And follow the hashtag SpringFestATX for news and updates throughout the city during the festival. I'll now turn it over to Austin Travis County Public Health Authority, Dr. Desmar Walks.
Good morning, everyone. It was this time 2 years ago when health professionals across the nation recommended that we stayed home to give us time to research and acquire tests, PPE, and eventually a life-saving vaccine, whose genesis started right here in Austin, Texas at UT. I'm proud to say that we are in stage 2, ahead of South by Southwest. The UT Modeling Consortium projections confirmed what happens when our community comes together, and once again, with using masks and getting vaccinated, we see our city able to hold and safely host special events like South by Southwest. After much coordination, APH has approved South by Southwest health and safety guidelines that include testing and masking and vaccines. Due to spring break travel and spring festival season, APH is still recommending wearing masks indoors, especially when social distancing is not possible, at least through March 20th. And why is that? Well, there are lots of out-of-towners that will be coming from places with higher levels of community spread. And our hospitality industry plays an important role in our community, and it's been hit hard by the pandemic. Many employees in the industry work to provide for multi-generational households, which may include people who are at increased risk of experiencing severe symptoms of COVID-19. The CDC has updated metrics and offered a caveat for communities dealing with unique circumstances. And our unique circumstances include Austin is one of those international travel destinations, and we now have spring break and the spring festival season upon us. So, in short, if you're not up to date with your COVID vaccines, now's the time. The vaccine is safe and effective, and we thank South by Southwest for supporting this messaging and leading our event season off with a bang. And I'll turn this over now to Police Chief Chacon.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm glad for a number of things. The fact that we've got our South by Southwest Festival going again, the fact that we're doing it as safely as possible, and I'm here to talk about what the Austin Police Department is going to be doing to help that. I'm glad that we're taking a moment to discuss the importance of this, because it isn't just about us, the police department, it's about our community. I want everyone to be able to enjoy all the great things that South by Southwest has to offer, but to do so in a responsible manner. APD is committed to an environment of safety, but we need the community's assistance to make sure that it stays that way. We will be working with our public safety partners, including the special events teams at the Transportation Department, Fire, EMS, Building Safety, all in advance of the permitting that is done for every event for South by Southwest. We plan and coordinate safety measures, including review and approval of site plans, ingress and egress, barricades, fire safety, and importantly, crowd control in advance to make sure that we have safe events. Additionally, for large events like this one, we activate a central command center where our teams are in constant communication with the event organizers so that we can proactively mitigate and respond to incidents if they arise. I want to go over a few areas of safety that we will be concentrating on as a police department, and also talking about what I'm going to be asking from the public. So let's start with barricading downtown. We will be having a number of street closures in the downtown area, and these will be indicated by physical barriers. The majority of street closures will begin at about 12 o'clock noon every day, and will be going on a daily basis until very early in the morning. These road closures obviously will affect traffic flow in and around downtown. There will be interactive maps that are available to all of the participants of South by Southwest on many of the mapping features that are on your phone, as well as the South by Southwest application, which you can download. We will have additional officers in vehicles that are assigned specifically to downtown traffic management, and the traffic division will be assisting and coordinating with the police department to move traffic out of downtown during rush hours in an expedient way. Our overall message to the public and what we're asking: please be patient. Obviously, the flow, both of vehicular and pedestrian traffic in the downtown area, will be very heavy. Do not enter blocked intersections and kind of add to those issues. We encourage the public to use public transportation, including bicycles. Know where your rideshare pickup and drop-off points are, and these are located on the South by Southwest application. If you have a problem and it's an emergency, call 911. If it's not an emergency, call 311. Pedestrians, obviously, will be very heavy in the downtown area, so if you're in a vehicle, please be looking very actively for the pedestrians that are walking. They may not be following all of the directions and the signs and walking in the middle of the street and so forth. For those that are on foot, we're asking, please follow the directions of those pedestrian control devices and the signals, as well as officers that will be out there helping to manage pedestrian traffic. We will have officers at some intersections helping with that. With regard to parking, many of the familiar and regular parking locations have been displaced because of South by Southwest. I'm telling you now that no parking in tow-away zones will be enforced. And many residential areas in the downtown area will require special permitting to be able to park or face towing. So once again, I'm going to go back and say, please use our public transportation, including bicycles, to get in and out of downtown. When it comes to alcohol consumption, TABC, or the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission, as well as APD, will have enforcement teams that will be actively looking for minors in possession of alcohol and persons that are intoxicated to the point that they're a danger to themselves. So we're asking, please drink responsibly, please have a plan to get home safely, and take care of yourselves. We will be running a no refusal initiative for driving while intoxicated beginning on March 11th, and that will run for the duration of the festival. The hours in those are from 10 p.m. till 5 a.m. And we will have additional officers that will be staffed for DWI enforcement. I want to talk about two of the criminal areas that we will be highly focused on, beginning with human trafficking. Human trafficking is real, and unfortunately, during major events, traffickers take advantage of this type of situation. I'm going to ask for people to please visit the Texas Attorney General's website on human trafficking. We will provide that website. It will be available to identify what the signs of human trafficking look like. We will have officers that will be concentrated on that as well. And secondly, we, the City of Austin, like other big cities, have not been immune to gun violence. So we will have teams that will be conducting proactive criminal investigations related to people carrying guns illegally or committing violent crimes using firearms. They will be targeting individuals, again, illegally carrying to intervene prior to those weapons being used to commit acts of gun violence, hopefully disrupt that in the downtown area, particularly during the festival, and improving the safety and overall perception of safety so that people not only are safe but feel safe while they're here in our city enjoying this wonderful time. At this time, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Director Spiller with the Austin Transportation Department. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Well, welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming today. We are all so excited about South by, but a few mobility discussion points to point out. You know, if you live here, you know that traffic has just about returned to pre-pandemic levels. It's actually about 85–90% of pre-pandemic traffic levels. I will say that that traffic is following different patterns, but if you work in the downtown area, you know that it's starting to get congested in terms of our normal commute pathways to downtown. And so we're asking people, even with the excitement about the city opening up again in South by, to choose not to drive, if possible, to downtown. For if you own a business or you work downtown, please consider teleworking. Using an alternate mode, transit, Capital Metro will be active throughout the event, as well as Chief Chacon mentioned bicycles. We encourage you to ride bicycles, improve your health. It's an awesome time to get back on the street and walk, use scooters or whatever. We will ask you, as Chief Chacon said, that there will be many streets cut off or blocked by barricade, that if you're using one of these devices, please get off of your device as you enter a blocked area and walk it through that area. There'll be many pedestrians on the street, and we want to make sure that they have a safe experience as well. Event goers can use interactive maps that outline Cap Metro stops where they're located, but also Metro bike stations. Also provides information about the availability of scooters and so forth. And again, we'd ask people to park those devices, those mobile devices, appropriately in the painted boxes that we put out on the street close to where the barricades will be, so that those don't clutter our streets and make it difficult to walk around. If you're attending the festival and you're having a drink, as again Chief Chacon mentioned, safety is our #1 concern. Please have a plan before you come. If you do find that you've driven, or you and your friends have driven downtown, and that you have taken in too much alcohol, we would ask you to leave your car parked. It is better to take the chance that your car is going to get a ticket. We actually have an amnesty program the next morning if you found that you've had to leave your car to make a good decision and take a different route home, Capital Metro or a taxi or a TNC. We will take care of that ticket for you with some just basic proof that you got a ticket and you need to take care of that. But please, safety is our #1 request. In terms of traffic, we will have trained traffic engineers as well as other senior traffic experienced folks watching the signals and watching the streets in assistance to Austin Police Department. We actually do modify signal control on a minute-by-minute basis as we see congestion happening and try to reroute folks around. We do try to give preferential treatment to transit to help it through this very congested area. As you can imagine, transit vehicles can carry more people than private cars, and so we do assist it. But really fundamental to that is we need to make room on our streets. We need to have those people that live here try to use a different mode or stay away from downtown in terms of business. But please, that's just to make room for the retail and service folks who need to get into downtown on a regular basis or on a specific time limit to conduct our business and welcome our guests. I invite Austinites to come to town. There's lots to see, even if you're outside the official South by Southwest gated area. There's lots of things to do. I know the restaurants and businesses downtown will appreciate that. One other item about travel. I know many Austinites also leave town during South by, and if you're going by way of Austin Bergstrom International Airport, on behalf of our airport director, Jackie Yaft, I will tell you, make sure you have a reservation and a plan to get through the airport, because the airport, like our roadways, are back to pre-pandemic levels, and so you need to plan ahead. And then the last point that I would reiterate is no parking means no parking. Commercial means commercial loading zone. We will be strictly assisting ATD and strictly enforcing the towing and no parking zones. Again, we can't have a festival if commercial businesses can't get in, unload, and get out efficiently. And so those will be strictly enforced to make sure that we are getting moves through appropriately, as well as handicap parking. Please make sure that if you are coming to downtown that you're adhering by the parking regulations. We will be making sure in coordination with Austin Police Department that those are adhered to. With that, I would turn it over to the Deputy Director of Capital Metro, Dottie Watson.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. This year's festival will once again fall during spring break for our local schools and the University of Texas, and that's a bit of a relief for our traffic systems. But we can still expect heavy traffic during the South by Southwest Festival Week. Like my colleagues Chief Chacon and Mr. Spiller have mentioned, public transit is a great alternative to driving in your own vehicle, and so we're encouraging everyone, including our guests, to consider these alternative options, including our bus and rail service. Because of the extra traffic we are expecting and the additional ridership, we are extending our Metro Rail operations. Rail service on Monday through Thursday will run until 12:30 a.m. and on Friday and Saturday it will run until 2:30 a.m. We will also offer Sunday rail service, which we typically do not, for the first weekend of the festival when the South by Southwest Interactive folks are here on March 13th. As for masks, we do remind everyone that public transit is still under TSA mandate to wear masks on board all of our vehicles, and so we do have limited numbers of masks available for people who've forgotten to bring one, but hopefully everyone is following the guidance of Austin Public Health and has their masks handy. For South by South customers or folks who may be trying our service for the first time, we will have ambassadors at our Metro Rail stations to help answer questions. We'll also have a pop-up tent out by the convention center helping people understand what's going on. We have a beautiful downtown Metro Rail station now that we didn't have the last South by Southwest, so we are better prepared than ever to serve our many customers. If you're interested in getting real-time information about bus routes, we encourage you to download the Cap Metro app in your App Store or Google Play Store. That will also allow you to buy a mobile ticket. And if you want route-specific information, you can sign up for our text alert system at capmetro.org/Metro Alerts. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to a great festival.
Okay, at this time we will take some questions for these guys that are here behind us. If you will kindly, if you have a question, speak it into the microphone. And for the folks back here, if the question is germane, they'll just step up to the mic and answer for you.
I'll go, sorry, don't mean to jump the gun. This is probably a question for Chief Chacon. I just wanted to ask again if APD is preparing for any, I know we saw that batch of overdoses with Xylazine last week. Is APD doing anything extra to prepare for possible overdoses at South by?
So all of our officers now are equipped with Narcan. And so, you know, what we're hopeful of is that we can get to, if we have a person that is experiencing a drug overdose, get to them quickly. I know that we will have what we call rescue task forces and quick reaction folks that will be deployed that can get around even with barricaded areas very quickly and be able to administer emergency medical services.
Did I hear when they were first announcing this particular segment that we had fewer people get permitted this year than last year for the Spring Festival?
Yes, that's correct. So last year, you know, South by was virtual, and so really looking back to 2020 would have been the last time that we were issuing a lot of special event permits. In 2020, we had about 190 during Spring Festival season, and this year, I think if I have my number right, it's 107. I had that in my remarks. So there are less permits this year. I think it's important to note that for businesses that already operate as a music venue, for example, they do not require special event permits.
Where have you seen that increase happen? Is it in a certain type of festival or event or location?
It's pretty difficult to say. It's, you know, different. It's difficult to say. Sort of across the board. I don't have anything too specific on that.
Is it maybe the residual from COVID and maybe the lack of being able to plan, or what are you all hearing or seeing?
It's tough for me to opine on it, but I would think that as we've been moving down to stage 2, there were maybe some businesses that were waiting to see what the pandemic situation would be like before they applied for special event permits.
Good morning, Carolina from Univision. This question is for Chief Chacon. I know the situation is a little different Southwest by Southwest than 6th Street, but any specific lessons that after the sad shooting that happened in 6th Street when people were hurt and murdered, is there anything that you're going to implement this year, or at least your agents, to be more specific? Anything specific they're going to try to do? Because at the end of the day, we're talking about mass gatherings, a lot of people crowded. If something happens, it could escalate.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll just tell you, for every South by Southwest, we staff them differently than a typical you know, weekend in the entertainment district. We bring in many specialized units that are working from our organized crime division on the things that I was talking about in the areas of gun violence, particularly in human trafficking, in narcotics trafficking, and those kind of things. So we will have a much larger presence in the downtown area than you would see on a normal weekend by quite a few officers.
Is it similar to what you had pre-pandemic for Southwest?
So we are anticipating slightly smaller you know, crowds for this South by Southwest. You just heard that the permitting is down somewhat, and really we are anticipating very large crowds. We may have, you know, just the normal crowds that come out for a weekend in the entertainment district that are joining the South by Southwest crowd, so that's just going to be more folks. But we also have more officers. And we're also partnering with Travis County and with DPS that are also providing resources for the festival, so there will be a healthy law enforcement presence downtown.
But maybe less than what you had maybe in 2019?
I have not compared the numbers. But I know that we work very closely with Austin Center for Events to anticipate what those size crowds are going to look like, and then staff appropriately.
Do you have more barriers in place than in previous South by Southwest?
I don't know that we have more barriers in place, but you know, as we have a smaller number of sanctioned events that are happening, we may not need to close quite as many streets.
Talking about less permits, this is kind of directed toward you. Do you have any estimate on attendance this year specifically compared to 2019? And then I also wanted to ask you about any possible staffing or volunteer shortages you might be facing.
That question might be better suited to South by Southwest staff. I think Tammy here might be available to answer that for you.
Hi, Tammy Richter, Vice President of Event Operations for South by Southwest. As with most events that I've been planning for over the last year, there were a lot of unknowns as we started our badge sales and our credential sales. But as our situation has improved here in Austin, so have our sales as well. And so week over week, we're seeing increases in people wanting to come to Austin and attend South by Southwest. And so we will anticipate continuing to see more badge sales, and some of our biggest sales are actually our walk-up sales. So we are looking forward to almost a normal little hustle and bustle here in Austin for South by Southwest.
Specific numbers when it comes to attendance?
I don't, not off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
And then it's okay. Any staffing issues? I know a lot of industries are facing staffing shortages. Is South by experiencing the same thing?
We're not so much seeing staffing shortages. We are seeing some challenges as it relates to our volunteers, but we are making concessions and we're moving people around, and we're working as, you know, a production company would, and moving people to where we need them and reallocating as we need.
Would you say it might be 75% around there of what 2019 was, or is there a way to kind of quantify it at all?
I would say we were down a few percentages, you know, maybe in the 20-ish percentage rate. But like I said, you know, a lot of the people that come to Austin for South by Southwest aren't necessarily, you know, our registrants, although we have, you know, a big contingency here that have come for our event. You have to remember that we also bring in a lot of people that just want to experience Austin during spring break and experience the energy that South by Southwest brings. We are still having our free events. So we have the outdoor stage at Lady Bird Lake. We have our Wellness Expo. We also have our Flat Stock Expo that's at the Convention Center. We are maintaining all of our entry policies just as we would for any of our credentialed events. So vaccine or a test result will be needed to enter those. We are supporting that with testing centers at the Convention Center, as well as pop-ups at all of the free and open to the public events.
This is COVID related, but I know it's encouraged for festival goers to wear their mask for 2 more weeks because of the festival going into spring break.
Absolutely.
But it has to be a concern due to all these people in areas that aren't mask regulated that this possibly could lead us back into stage 3 or 4. Has that been a concern? Are there things being done?
When we planned our mitigation measures, we worked really closely with Austin Public Health and the City of Austin, and we planned for an event in a stage 5 situation. And although the situation has improved for our staging, which is wonderful for everybody that's attending South by Southwest and our visitors coming from out of town, we're going to stay the course with the mitigation measures that we were planning for in stage 5, which includes masking in all of our expos, all of our conference rooms, any of our City of Austin facilities. We'll be encouraging masking anywhere else. We will have a massive signage campaign to provide guidance that APH has, you know, put out over the years while we've been navigating this pandemic. We have the testing centers, and that is open to every participant of South by Southwest. So whether you're a vendor, you're a hotelier, you're one of our credential participants, staff, volunteers, everybody's welcome to use that testing center. We think it's going to be really important because there is going to be probably less masking out in the city, and we want people to be able to have these resources to, you know, mitigate the spread of COVID-19. Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, I don't think we have any other questions. Going once. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here with us in person today. We hope you have a safe spring festival season and have a great day.
Will Dupree back here in the KXAN Live studio as we show you a live image of downtown Austin. We will be expecting many more visitors here in the city because of South by Southwest kickoff later this week. We heard a number of details there from Austin Public Health, organizers of the festival, as well as police. Namely there with police are saying that we can expect to see many more officers in downtown through the entirety of this festival. A no refusal effort initiative will be launched on Friday and running through the entirety of the festival in the evening hours to prevent drunk driving. So that's important to note for people out there. So they're advising people to make a plan to get home safely and not get behind the wheel if you've been drinking at a particular event or at a bar downtown. So just keep that in mind as well. A number of road closures will be enforced as well because of traffic. People are encouraged to stay away from downtown if they're going to be driving because of all of those different issues that will be on the streets in Austin. Watch out for pedestrians. Police will especially be looking into human trafficking as well as gun violence. The chief of police outlined a number of steps that they're doing to kind of focus on those two things in particular, but we'll be breaking down what some of these preparations are. Interesting to note as well that even though we are now in stage 2 of COVID-19 risk-based guidelines here in the community, the festival operated as if we are remaining in stage 5, which is the highest level, denoting, widespread community transmission of COVID-19, lots of hospitalizations and increased deaths. That is not changing. The festival organizer there that spoke said that they are still operating as if we were in stage 5 because so many people are coming to Austin from different parts of the country and even the world to attend South by Southwest. Masks will be required in indoor events as well as proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test. Interestingly, South by Southwest is providing testing centers for people entering into some of these venues. So if you don't have that proof of a test, you can get that done at some of these places and be able to go inside some of the events and attend those. Again, we will be wrapping up all of what was discussed today in a web story on our website, kxan.com, a little bit later today, so you can look into that. If you have any questions about what they were discussing today, we'll provide that over on our website. Thank you all again for watching here for as long as you have. This was a rather lengthy news conference discussing not only the kickoff of South by Southwest, but some of the changes that will be instituted with traffic and with policing and with health guidelines. So thanks for sticking with us. Once again, I'm Will Dupree in the KXAN Live studio. We'll see you back here another time, everybody. Please stay safe and healthy out there. Take care.